Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lessons, Learning, and Readings with Larkin. I made it. We are here to work with your spirit teams and to work with them to give you readings, healing, and guidance, practical guidance, and wisdom from spirit. This is a sacred hour. I am coming to you live from the barn today. You can see I've gotten wet. I've gotten soaked today. I had trouble getting on. It has taken me almost 4 hours to get on and go live. So I had to just pack everything up and bring it to the barn. Not normally at the barn on Wednesdays, but we have a local, what do they call it? Breakdown of my server service. That includes my phone. And we've been having tornado warnings. There's Tempe. And Micah, my other guy over there. Woohoo, there he is. But we have been having tornado warnings, sirens going off, storms, all that sort of thing. So anyway, I did make it on, better late than never, but that's okay. We will do an hour of readings. I'm not going to go 2 and 3 hours tonight because I do have to feed everybody and get them out, but we're here to work with you. So for those of you who don't know, I always take the first 5 minutes and let everybody come in and get settled. I invite you and hopefully train you to set the ambiance for yourself whenever you are working with spirit. So this means when I'm not here, when you're not getting a reading, how are you setting yourself up for success with spirit? Are you putting a sign on the door saying, everybody keep out? This is my sacred hour with spirit. Are you leaving your baggage at the door so we can have an enjoyable hour together? Are you lighting your candles and incense, which I don't have because I'm here at the barn? Do you have your drinks? I always invite people to I have multiple non-alcoholic beverages, okay? And do you have your notebook and pen? Are you going to take the advice that Spirit is giving you seriously enough to not do the old-fashioned way readings were done, sit passively, and if you like what I tell you, you take it. If you don't, she gives crappy readings and you move on. No, evolved readings are greater than that. The more you engage, the more you're going to get out of this, okay? And the more, remember that Spirit knows who is here. So if I have not called on you, and I'm doing a reading for someone else, listen closely, because chances are, a lot of times you're so intent on what you want that Spirit can't even get to you because you're not open to receiving. So a lot of times they will send part of your message through someone else's reading. They might even have me call on someone else just because there's something important that needs to get through to you. Okay. Sometimes somebody else's reading actually is going to mean more to you than the person the reading is for, believe it or not. So pay attention, be engaged, be open as we go through this process. I am going to try to be a little more brief tonight because I do want to get to more people. Spirit's working with me on that, and I'm failing miserably. Anyway, let's say hi to everybody, and then we will get started. And guys, if you did not hear from me yet in the comments, for a reading that you did not get, just be patient. I have multiple platforms that I have to go to because I'm here on StreamYard. So there's a lot more people on for real than it looks like to you because I have over 7 platforms that I'm broadcasting to. So you might not see everybody's comments. So if I did not get back to you on a past broadcast yet and I haven't read to you, I will. Don't worry about it, okay? Melissa, welcome. Yeah, keep safe. I love storms, actually. I'm a little, I don't want to say careless with it. I like the negative ions in the air. You just came from feeding the chickens and the pigs, Melissa. Awesome. How wonderful. Let's see. Hi, Jenny Berlin. Good to see you. Hello, Kelly. Yeah. A lot of people I normally have on here are going to be in bed. Yes, we're doing our best to stay safe, guys. Thank you so much for all your well wishes. Giddy up, horsies. Yeah. Well, yesterday during other big storms and tornado watches, most of our herd chose to stay outside, and they didn't even stay under the pine trees. So I don't know. That's crazy. All right. So let's see here. Glad you're tuning in, Shannon. Welcome. Good to see you. Miss Shelley, good to see you too. Let's see here. Jenny, I see you. I've got you starred, okay? That is great. Ah, Callie, you fed the squirrels today. Ha ha, so did I. I did too. That is great. All right. Let's see here. All right, guys. We'll see if Kaweezy's up this late. He's always on here. All right, I got you started, Kelly. All right, guys, I am going to try to be briefer tonight, guys, because I do have to still feed the horses. I have an obligation here, so we're going to do our hour today. But I did fight to get on with y'all. I fought the reception. All right. Let's see. Jenny, thanks for your patience. I do believe, guys, I do believe in divine timing. And I do believe that no matter what our egoic mind is telling us, it is so important that we trust. Sometimes we don't get immediate gratification like we all want, but that is okay. Divine timing is different than that. Divine timing is out beyond time and space. And when we give it enough time and we trust it, it is well worth it. Because the outcomes are, there's a lot of things, guys, we just can't see until retrospect, right? And please remember that spirit has me right now. So if there's something that comes through that you're like, that doesn't make sense, that doesn't resonate, that's okay. You've got to, give that leeway because spirit goes through the reader now. So sometimes they'll give us things that may not be relevant right now, but they may be later. Sometimes you'll find or realize them during the reading. Sometimes an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year, years later. I'll quick tell you this, and then Jenny will get to your reading. Some of you may have heard this, but I think it's a phenomenal story. I had a lady that was recommended to read, to come to me years ago. And she came to me and she was very dissatisfied with her reading because the person she wanted was not the person she got what she wanted out of. They came through and they confirmed, and that was fine. But she had this whole egoic thing she wanted. But there was a gentleman that came through for her that she did not remember or recognize. And she was insistent that this was not for her and this was a lousy reading and blah, blah, blah. I've only ever had one other person complain, but this lady was not happy. And oh, that's not true. I had another person complain on one of those online big group readings where you get on, there's hundreds of readers. This lady was very impatient. I wasn't telling her what she wanted, but that's a whole different ballgame. We've grown past that. But this lady had a really important message coming through, and it was a gentleman saying, it had been years, and he had passed away in a car accident, and he was so sorry the way he left things. They had been young loves, first loves in high school, and all this. Anyway, that part didn't come through. But how he died and where he was and how things had left, and she was brokenhearted, all came through. And she was just totally put off. And so I said to her, well, this eventually you're going to remember who this is. Ask around, look in newspapers, like look in, the funeral section and everything, the obituaries. Well, I guess 3 weeks later, a friend of hers called and said one of their high school friends had died in a car accident. And here he had been trying to get through to her. And so she wrote me back and she apologized. And she's like, I've just been bawling my eyes out all week. He was my first love. He broke my heart. Like the fact that he thought to come back and apologize now that he made his rounds and that he really cared for me was amazing. So just keep that in mind. I love that story. And I have to remind myself of that as well. If I get a reading and things come through that I don't want or I don't think are significant, you and I both need to trust that spirit knows better than we do. And the whole reason you go for a reading is because spirit knows more than you. Okay? So we have to be open to what we don't know, at the same time validating what we connect with. Okay? All right. So, Natalie Dunn, you need to be specific, please, okay? Good evening, Leona. Good to see you. Let's see. All right, guys, I've got you started, okay? I'm going to start here with Jenny, but I've got you started. Don't forget, guys, I'm going to put my my school in the context for any of you that want to know my schedule, that like these readings, that want to connect more or want to feel like you're getting unstuck, or learn more about this type of thing. The first 200 people are free to my school, and we're already about halfway there. So that would be a good thing to join if you guys, only if you're interested and you like this kind of stuff, okay? Because I'm a coach and a reader. So I like to combine those things for my community. All right, Leona, okay. If you could be more specific, that's fine on everything. Shannon says, I appreciate your guidance and for explaining everything. You're welcome. You guys are able to do this too and able to connect. So I want you to understand how it works. Okay. Yes, getting all the horses cozy and fed is priority. You are right about that. Hi, Leona. Sorry, I'm just backing up here. Nana. Okay. Melissa, I was thinking about you because you'd wanted something too and you hadn't gotten something the other day. So I've got you starred too. Let's see. All right. All right. So we're going to go and work with Jenny now. See, this is blocking this. Laura Lou. Guys, if you are not connected to my school and you are feeling stuck and you want to know what steps to take next, I recommend you join school and or schedule a discovery call with me. It's a 20-minute free call. It's absolutely free. The next 3 steps to get you unstuck, because you're never stuck. Okay. And one of my gifts is seeing what people need to do next. Now, mind you, people normally don't listen to me. If they are my coaching clients or reading clients, I have the greatest chance of them listening to what I get for them. If they are friends or family, they rarely listen. So if you want to take advantage of that specific ability that I have a tendency for, you can either email me and get a discovery call. I only do 10 of those a week, or you can join my school and message me there. Okay. I'll give you my email later. Aspen, if you want more Tony Hay and you're not going to go outside, you can ask Venetia, because I gave everybody Tony Hay. All our guys. Okay. All right. It's very sweet of you, Jenny, to have been so patient for Rosie. So the first thing I'm seeing is I'm seeing a female presence moving forward. Don't forget, as we do this evidential part, Jenny, just yes or no with the thing I'm saying, okay? If it's something I need to know specifically right away for evidence to move on, I will look at the comments. Otherwise, I will not look at the comments. The more I start to get, the more they can give me, okay? Because it opens up like floodgates. So when they start to give me more, I tend to not look at the comments because I don't want anything you might say to mess me up. However, make sure when you say yes or no, you say what it's for. Yes, it was a scarf. No, it wasn't black. Black doesn't resonate with me. Yes, pink makes sense to me. That sort of thing. That way I know what I need to talk to Spirit about to get clarity. Because this is all vibrational interpretation, guys. That's all it is. Okay. The first thing I'm seeing, which is very interesting, Jenny. Hi, Kawizi, welcome. Is I think there's something that Rosie's wanting to give you or has given you, Jenny. Something, there's a gift. I keep being shown a gift. And it's like I see these outstretched hands reaching forward and almost like not palms up, not palms up, Jenny, but like almost like this. Something being handed to you and passed on to you. And I believe it's being passed on to you from Rosie. Okay. Yes, Rosie, I'm doing readings. I am doing readings. That's what we're doing here. The title says Lessons, Learning, and Readings. So yes, that's why it says readings. Absolutely. Welcome. Wow. And then there's something else coming along with that, Rosie, too, that Jenny. You're being given I'm also being told in general, you're being handed a lot of things right now. I'm not sure if you're recognizing this or not, but you're being handed a lot of things. There are a lot of things being passed on to you right now. But you know, the very first, I mean, literally the first thing, it was like this feminine energy, this female figure, immediately, softly, gently, beautifully, gracefully moving forward. And then immediately there were these hands stretched out, like there was treasures inside of them. So I believe that the initial gesture that was shown to me energetically, and I'm getting chills, so I truly believe this is true, is something being given to you and passed down to you. I'm asking why instead of the outstretched palms like this, it was like this. And I'm not sure why. I'm not really understanding why it was just that was the outstretched way. I think it was almost symbolic of like your hands being held out and a hand coming out and dropping these treasures into your hands. And I think that was symbolic of how Rosie sees what she's passing on to you, and symbolic of, you know, no matter how you're getting them now, she is giving them to you. It is her giving them to you with love. It is value, a value of sentimental value. Maybe there's other value involved as well. These look like little treasures to me inside there. There might also be an element of wanting it to be intimate. When I'm asking why the closed hand out this way, because it sort of indicates being hidden, right? Not being seen versus this, where everyone can see it. And her response is very intimate and personal between you and her, right? It's sort of like, you know, an Afghan that my grandma gave me, that she gave me when no one else was around. And she was like, you know, no one needs to know I gave this to you. I want you to have this. I'm giving you this now to make sure you have this. Okay. That's the feeling I get for this. Okay. I get the feeling that Rosie was very huggable, that she gave wonderful hugs full of unconditional love. And her warm softness, it just felt like a sweet, loving, soft cloud was hugging you with unconditional love. And she's doing that to you often. I get the sense that this was a matronly figure, perhaps a grandmother energy. Just a lot of, you know, it doesn't really, I'm not sure if this is your mom or your grandma, but it really comes off as a grandmotherly energy, because there is that element of space that grandparents give that parents don't give, because parents are so caught up in being parents. There's like this cushion of love and peace and patience that arises with the grandmotherly love that is different than the parental love. And there's a sense of maybe, when this is a healthy relationship, which I feel that this was, a sense of unconditional love and tolerance and patience for you, which really gives you a space to grow. I also feel like, you know, I'm trying to think what how to explain what's coming through. I mean, there was such a sweetness there, and well, I'm trying to stay with the evidential, but she's coming through with these feelings. You know, the fact that you could really be yourself with her, you could share things and feel unjudged. Thank you, Venetia. Trying to get her to come out, but she's happy there. There's this unconditional love and lack of judgment. And she sees so much of you in her. And she's so honored to pass down the torch because she feels as though there's so much, like you still being here, that you can take that energy that you and she share, and so much you can do with it. That being said, Jenny, there's, when our loved ones pass on, they have a tendency to, I didn't make their setups yet. I said I didn't make their setups yet. Sorry, what? No, I have not seen it. Sorry, someone's here. When our loved ones pass away, they give us something. Sometimes more than one thing. They leave us with strengths or wisdoms or talents or characteristics that we didn't necessarily have prior to their passing, or that wasn't awakened prior to our passing. Sometimes it's a boost of confidence we never had before. Sometimes it's applying wisdom that they have tried to always teach us that all of a sudden clicks. Sometimes it's a characteristics they had that we really idolized or we needed. But one of the lovely things about when a loved one passes on, those first 3 to 7 days that they have passed on, they have, one of the reasons their vibration stays really slow, Jenny, is they have the ability to literally give us a gift as though we were still in that garden before we were born, where our loved ones and angels and guides can give us gifts. Only instead of that, they're able to do it after we've been born, like literally give it to us. And your grandmother is showing me that she's saying 3. I don't know if the number 3 relates to you at all. It might not, because you might not recognize that it's 3 gifts, but she's showing me that she gave you 3. She really gave you 3 things, 3 gifts as well. Okay. And I'm asking her if she can share what those gifts are. Okay. And let me go through a few other parts of evidence, and then I will scroll down on my comments and I will see what you're saying yes or no to hopefully all of this resonates with you. Okay. Wow, I just love her. Like, the more I converse with her, the more I absolutely love her. I'm also seeing the color lavender. All of a sudden, just boom, I'm seeing the color lavender. So I'm not sure if lavender was a color that was relevant between the two of you, or something she loved, something you remember her with, or something you wore. But I'm seeing like this beautiful light fabric. I'm seeing lavender, just the most beautiful lavender color. She's trying right now. I try to walk you guys through the process of my interpretation so you can see what's really happening, because I want you guys to understand how real this is. And I'm trying to do my best to give you all an experience so you can see this stuff is really happening. This is why evidential mediumship is so amazing. So I'm just getting this, like, first of all, this fact that she loved you unconditionally. And I guess that's really maybe a 4th bonus, but that's going to stick with you. Understanding what true unconditional love is going to stick with you. And she's going to continue to give it to you, and you know what it feels like. Okay. Number 2, she says something that you have acquired and are being able to do more now that she has passed, that she passed on to you and worked hard to teach you. But she said you didn't fully let loose with it really until she passed. And it was one of the things she wanted to actually give you as a gift, is she passed on to you. I'm getting such chills, guys. And when they give me chills, it tells me that I'm accurate and this is what they want to say to you. So even before seeing your yes and no's, Jenny, I totally 1,000% believe that this is accurate and this is what I'm getting from her is her sense of humor and lightheartedness. Even when things are tough, maybe you would take things as being too seriously. She's showing me she wanted you to be able to stop taking yourself and life so seriously. And that in the harshest of moments where things could have been taken to tears or to anger or to frustration, she wants you to know, and she says you can already feel this. She says you know these gifts that she gave you, that you've been able to feel them. And today she wants to validate that for you, that you're right, so that you know, Jenny, that you have really been in touch with her. Yes, this is really her, Jenny. This is really her, okay? And hopefully this reading will validate that. She gave you her sense of humor, and not just her sense of humor and her lightheartedness, but her ability to apply it at just the right time when you needed it the most. Instead of reacting in a way that might get you bullied or in an argument or get you resistance from people, you can now use it in interactions that will give you space and time to think or to make a decision or to avoid a conflict or to get a good answer, okay? And it's really going to be a powerful tool for you. You can also use it to break the ice. You can use it for so many things. So her sense of humor and lightheartedness is one of the gifts that she gave you. Okay. The other one she's saying to me very clearly is her sense of endurance. And with this, I also have to say tenacity and persistence goes with this. In other words, knowing when to not give up, not enduring to the point of torturing yourself, but when to endure just long enough that you don't give up and run from something, but you keep your eye on the prize and you stay focused and tenacious because you can endure when you think you can't. And again, as a mindset coach and manifesting coach, I don't encourage people to torture themselves and go on. And that's not what she means. But she means that ability to endure just when you need to, just long enough to make that powerful choice or change that's going to take you to a better place. Okay. That is the second one. All right. Wow. I have such chills. The third one, Jenny, and you may or may not know this now, but is the ability, and I will say this and I repeat this, very few people understand unconditional love. We think we do. The ego won't allow it. Unconditional love is not an egoic trait. It is a soul trait. It is a spirit trait. And I get such chills. And she's like, if she were here, she'd be like just tearing up with joy right now. She gave you the understanding and capacity. She unlocked the doors for you to receive and give unconditional love while in human form. And that may not sound like a big deal, but it is a huge deal. Because what it means is when you need to walk away, you can love unconditionally without needing something in return. Act according to the power of love, which along with abundance is the highest frequency. And then when you move on or you move forward or you make the choices you need to, guess what? Your karma comes back as love. Unconditional love back from the universe. Because when you can love unconditionally, you get that back. And that is part of how your grandmother built up the grace. I'm really feeling like she's your grandmother more and more and more. Okay. So I'm just going to say it. It's how your grandmother built up more and more and more grace to the point where when she passed, and I'm getting the feeling that she passed of an illness. She passed of something that needed to be treated, not an instant passing, not like a heart attack or a stroke or something. I think she had something maybe like a form of cancer or something. But what I'm being shown is that the unconditional love that she had poured out turned into a grace upon her passing. And that, my dear, is the third thing that she gave you. And she says, if you act on that, if you apply the laughter and the lightheartedness, if you have the power to endure using that tool, and you are tenacious and persistent upon your focus and your dreams, if you are giving and allowing yourself to receive unconditionally, that means without condition, does not mean let people walk all over you. And she taught you that. It means love unconditionally. The love can be, but you can still have boundaries and standards. Then your life is going to flourish and blossom. And this sounds so corny, but she's showing me like a rose. And she's not just showing me one rose. She's showing me multiple color roses: white, yellow, peach, pink, red. Okay. All right, let's go over to the comments and see how much of this you relate to, okay? Gonna scroll down here. All right, Jenny Rosie says hello. Hi, Perry Antonia, welcome. Okay, Jenny, yes. A necklace and earring set. Okay, this was passed down to you. Thank you, Rosie, for showing me your hands. That's wonderful. So glad you have that. Things that were worn on their body, Jenny, are so, so important, okay? I'm going to keep scrolling down. Rosie, I see you want to talk to your granddad. I've got you started, okay? All right. Jenny Berlin, so much love. Yes, she was your grandmother. All right. Okay. So she was able to get that feeling through. For those of you practicing mediumship, remember how I walked you through why I felt it was the grandmother? Sometimes they go through with a visual. Sometimes it's feeling. It did not feel like the mother energy. It felt like the relationship was the grandmother energy. And that was the first way I felt it was the grandmother. So for those of you practicing, you can learn from that, okay? Yay, it was a grandmother. Good. I'm glad that sense. You're a grandmother too, Jenny. How wonderful. Congratulations. Hello, Irene. Totally unjudged. Okay, so that came through and is validated. That made sense to you. Fabulous. The gift of laughter. Go, Granny. Okay. She's a good communicator. Oh my gosh. Her birthstone. Amethyst. No way. Ah! Oh my God. Okay. This is wonderful. The lavender. Her birthstone. Oh, wow. Wow. I didn't expect that. That's amazing. That's amazing. So she probably couldn't get the stone part through to me. She probably knew I was going to pick up more on the color than on the texture. However, it worked vibrationally. For those of you learning and practicing mediumship, evidential, which is so important, guys, you got to have evidential mediumship. You've got to. The lavender, so she came through to me with the color. You guys see how this works? That is amazing. Leonis is absolutely amazing, reading beautiful messages. Isn't it awesome? I still get blown away, guys. I've been doing this. I do this like every day, and it still blows me away. Yes, good. You can laugh now. Okay. Isn't that amazing? So for those of you listening who can relate to this, it's really cool when you realize you don't have something or you're a certain way before someone passes, and then all of a sudden, like, you've got some shifts. For me, one of the things was ice. I was never interested in ice in my drink. I didn't care if it was in my drink or not. No interested in sucking or chewing on ice. I know it's a bad habit. But my grandmother that I was really close to loved chewing on ice. She always wanted little pieces of ice in her glass. Or wait till the big cubes got small. And I swear within 3 days of her passing, I love ice now. Like, I love little tiny soft chips of ice. And I believe for her, one of the reasons was because that's a reminder that she's always with me, that a part of her is in me, is me. Like, and that was about the time I started learning about these gifts, because I inquired about it to spirit. And I was told, well, when our loved ones pass on, they have the opportunity to pass gifts down to you. So thanks to my grandma, we're doing this now for your grandma. Okay. Let's see. I got you, Kweezy. I got you started, buddy. Jenny, thank you for that feedback. Okay, here we go. We're still getting the proof of evidence, guys. Hello from Maine, Kristen. She endured cancer with laughter. Okay, so there you go. That sums it up, doesn't it? Okay. Good job, Rosie. Let's see. You were FaceTiming her when she passed. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you were able to be present with her in whatever form that was, Jenny. That is so powerful. And Jenny, please know that souls, we all choose when we pass. We all choose when we pass. So she chose to make sure the timing was such that she was on with you when she passed. Okay? Please know this. All right. This is so touching. I know you've been wanting a reading all week. Let's see. Oh, no, Didlin. I got you started, buddy. Hello, Nelia. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else from Jenny here, since we're doing her reading right now. Don't forget, guys, be open to everybody's reading, because sometimes there's messages for you in there. Your loved ones and spirit teams know who's here, okay? Let's see. Yes, Laura Lou. Laura Lou, I get a strong feeling, and I'm going to share this. Jenny, we're not done with you, but I'm going to share this while it's on my mind. Laura Lou, if you are interested in constant guidance and learning to really be able to take that with you every day and get confidence with it, I would email larkinsreadings@gmail.com for one or two things. Either meet your spirit guides, which is happening the last Saturday of August. And so in which case you need to email me at larkinsreadings@gmail.com and type spirit guides. So I know you want that. You need to save my email then to your contacts. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the information is going to not go to spam. But you will literally meet your spirit guides and start to learn how to get guidance from them. The other thing is I offer a discovery call, 10 free discovery calls a week. Okay. It is a call with, when you get off, you have the next 3 steps that you need to take in whatever's going on in your life. I will recommend you to resources, coaches, and people that can help you if necessary. Sometimes there are people that want to work with me. I may invite you to work with me, but that's usually only about 10 to 20% of the people that do these calls. Okay, so that is also an option, in which case you need to let me know that you want a discovery call. Okay, I'm going to post that up there. The other thing I'd recommend is, if you guys are feeling stuck and you need guidance, if I don't call on you today because I'm doing some mediumship readings, I'm going to try to fit both in, then please join my school, because it is a combination of readings and metaphysical and spiritual guidance and work, and coaching, mindset coaching to transform your life and manifest. Okay, I do both. So if you want to be with a group of people, like come here on this live, for the first 200 people, they can join my school for free. Okay, so I'd also recommend that, Laura Lou, just in case I don't get back to you today or you have to get off. I feel like it's really important to share that with you, okay? So you can start making some changes quickly. Okay. I see you, Kristen. Good to see you. All right. Don't worry, Jenny. I didn't forget about you. Grandma's still there. Okay. You do it all, Jenny. Awesome. Yes, she taught you that unconditionally. Awesome. What?
He rubbed his face off.
Oh, yeah, he did. He wiped it all off. Sorry, my friend is a horse who rubbed his nose open, and she just came and fixed it. She went to all this trouble. She put all this medication on it, put him back. He wasn't in there 10 seconds. He rubbed it off. Welcome to the world of the horses. Okay. All right. Guys, don't forget, if you find this valuable, please like it or love it so more people can find it, okay? And follow my YouTube page. We got to have 8,000 watch hours now and 10,000 viewers or some likes or something. It's crazy. All right. You do it all. Awesome, Jenny. Jack of all trades. And you have her rose quartz. Okay. All right. That's wonderful. Oh my gosh. You know how important that is? So rose quartz is unconditional love. Rose quartz is unconditional love. So that's very powerful. All right. Don't forget, guys, when you hold your loved one's items, it still has their energy in it. Okay. All right. Okay. I see, Nelia, I know you've been asking about your ex-husband. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. I see it, Kawizi. I wondered if you were going to get on. Kawizi, I asked everybody if you were going to get on today. We were looking for you. Okay. Scroll down here. I do want to share this, guys, before I move on, because Melissa, this is so wise. I'm glad you shared this. I believe that any of us who were fortunate enough to have a relationship with a grandparent are extremely blessed. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to get on my high horse here, and I'm going to say one of the things that's going on in our society today, at least in Canada and the United States, is an intentional separation of generations, where young people are, by social media especially, being told and taught to not listen to the elders in their families, to that the kids should be running the world. Why? Because the powers that be can control the kids without the protection of the adults. If the older generations are not respected, trusted, or listened to, and they're told that's old school, and the younger generations are told that they don't understand you, don't listen to them, they're abusing you, blah, 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 then guess what? We cannot pass down anything that we have learned. And if you look at young people today, so many of them are completely lost. They're not doing anything with their lives, and they don't know what to do. Yeah, because human beings, mammals, we are animals, guys. Like it or not, don't let Christianity lie to you and tell you that we're not. Humans are animals. You're either a plant or an animal. If you don't like that, see ya. It's true. It's a fact. So biologically, animals are meant to teach each other, pass each things down, learn from past generations what to do and not to do. Of course, the times have changed. Of course, we've got to update and modernize. Of course, we can't be exactly like our grandparents and great-grandparents, but we can learn from them. And if we don't have the time with those older generations, we ourselves become lost. It is so, so important that we take that time and what we learn from them and we move it into the modern versions of a more modern world. So that being said, it's so important. So thank you for sharing that, Melissa. All right. Perry Antonio, I need you guys to be specific because Spirit is trying to help me help more people and stop doing readings live, free, online, like I do private readings, which these still aren't like my private readings, but it's very important that I do get to as many people as possible on here. So Spirit says, oh, you're not listening to us. Just ask them to be more specific to cut down some of your time. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. So let's see. All right, Jenny, I want to make sure. Okay, good. You're good. Okay. So Jenny, I'm going to send you off with Rosie. That was amazing. Thank you for letting me read for you. Hi, Kira Jade. Welcome. Oh, you're talking to your mom, Kawizi. That's awesome. I'm so glad. That's fantastic. Okay. Oh, good. I want to say this, and then we're going to move on, okay? Yeah, your grandparents are blessings, Rosie. They are blessings. So I want to say this for all empaths out there, okay? Thank you, Perry. I appreciate that. For all empaths out there, do not get caught up in being an empath. pass on what your grandma passed on to you, Jenny Berlin. People run around. You can go two ways as an empath. You can learn to turn what you feel and pick up into power and be completely protected and not be affected by it, and learn it will make you a more powerful individual. Or you can learn to be a victim of it, which is what I see all over the internet. Everybody's getting on these groups to have sympathy for being an empath, and I'm an empath, and they begin to use it as an excuse. I know, Jenny, that you are going to do your best to guide your granddaughter away from that version. But please know there are two versions of being an empath. And it is vitally important that you guys choose the first one. And if you want to learn how to do that and you don't know how, please join my school. Okay, I have all sorts of opportunities for that in my school. Okay, I am a total empath. It does not wreck my life. I am not a victim to it. Actually, I've used it to enhance my own personal power. Okay, and that's what all of you need to be doing. Okay, using it to step into your power. So Jenny, thank you for letting me read for you, okay? All right. Scroll up here. You're welcome, Jenny. All right, guys. I'm going back up where Spirit had me star here. It's just sometimes the comments get a little stuck and I have to scroll differently or hit different things. Let's see. Kelly, are you still there? Kelly, let me know if you're still there. I know I'll get to see you tomorrow, but let me know if you're still there, please, Kelly. That's so funny. You fed the squirrels today. All right. Let's go down and see if Kelly is still there. Aspen, come on out, honey. All right. Let's see here. Can you connect my grandma Brula? And if she has a message for us. Oh, you're there. Good. All right. Hi, Rachel. Yes. You need a Zoom with me. Message me tonight and join us tomorrow on the live. We're doing the Mindset Live tomorrow, Rachel, and you're in the group. So join us. Join us. Yes, they're going to grow fast. So you need to get in with us. Rachel, that's awesome. 4 o'clock tomorrow, Rachel. 4 p.m. EDT, girl. All right. Let's check in with Brula here. All right. So let's make sure we've got the right person here. Brula. Kelly, let me know, yes or no. Is this the grandma on your mother's side? Is this your grandma on your mother's side? Please let me know. Is your grandma on your mother's side? I'm going to look at the comments for this and see. These short, in the very beginning, guys, I like to find out these things. Yes? Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. This is the grandmother on your mother's side. All right. Because right away that came through. That's funny. All right. So I see where your mom gets some of your of her strength and her clarity of thought and her decisiveness and her strong-willedness and all of that, because it immediately came through as a very strong line, something of which, Kelly, you actually have, but you know how to soften and cater it and use it for other things as well. That is very cool. All right. I'm seeing a very deep link and connection, Kelly, here, to spirituality. Was Brula very involved spiritually? She was either very involved in the church or she had very strong spiritual or religious beliefs. And I'm seeing a very deep rootedness to her life. I feel like it's like the next thing that's coming forward is I'm just feeling this strong personality. I feel like she was deeply rooted in the church. Like I keep seeing what looks like Catholic churches. I keep seeing the cross. I keep seeing this deep belief and connection to Jesus and to the church and to there was a deep need and belief, and I'll check in the comments in a second and see if this resonates with you before I get carried away here. But this is what she's showing me, and she's showing me like she saw an importance to lineage here, and she liked the structure and the guidance. She liked being a part of that. She felt like it was a part of something greater than herself, and she liked the framework in which she could contribute and be a leader in the church. It made things easy and simple for her because she felt a deep connection to God, and unlike you, she really wanted and needed that structure. Okay, she wanted and needed that structure. So that's the next thing that comes up for me. I mean, she's to me, the churches, the steeples and things, the crosses she's showing me, to me look very much like they're Catholic. I'm going to scroll over here and see if that resonates with you before I go on to other validation. Okay. Let's see. You said yes. Shannon, I see your comment. Thank you for commenting. Shannon. Kelly, aha. She was a devout Catholic. Okay. Thank you for validating that. So that we have more evidence there. That is evidence that's just she's coming through with. Okay. It's funny because you missed them both, Kira. Oh, and Shannon, thank you for your comment. I really appreciate that. Shannon says, I love to hear Jenny's reading. I'm going to get all cozy and hit the hay. Oh, my grandfather used to say that. Catch you another night. Love and light. Thinking of you and everyone. Stay safe. You too, Shannon. Don't forget to join school. You'll get to join more of these fun things. Thanks for tuning in. So, interestingly enough, Kelly, like, I feel like Brula's deep connection to I feel like her deep connection to her religious beliefs was a really good foundation for like your mom to expand out in other areas. I feel like it was actually a significant factor in that. And your mom was able to take things more broadly. And I do feel like, I don't know, I just see Berla doing all these things in the church. And one of the things that's really significant, Kelly, is that from where she is now on the other side, she totally gets what you and your mom are doing. Like she gets to and relates to your spirituality and your loyalty of things and the way you have expanded your awareness of consciousness. Okay, although she was loyal to the leading figures in the Catholic religion, the apostles, the saints, Jesus, Mother Mary, the Holy Spirit. She can, on the other side, see how those things relate to where you and your mom have expanded your spiritual beliefs as well. Okay. And that's fine because she got a lot of the same energy and blessings doing what she was doing as you guys receive now with your expansion. Okay, which is actually very cool. Let's see here. So she wants to share that upon her passing, and where does the number 50 come in as relevant, Kelly? somebody was in their 50s when she passed. She's showing me. And I don't know why this is significant. She might just be showing me this as evidence. She's showing me someone was in their 50s when she passed. She's also showing me a young man that was with her or by her side, maybe not at the time of her passing, but near or before the time of her passing. And she is showing me that she's showing me that she had 3 visits, and I don't know if she ever shared this with you or your mother, but she had 3 visitations before her passing, and she knew that she was going to be passing. She showed me she had 3 visitations. This is actually pretty cool, and I find that for people that are devout in particular religions, because their focus is on that religion, they will experience God, source, spirit in deities or representatives of that particular religion. Okay. I find that, well, let me see. She had 3 visitations before her passing. You may or may not be aware of it. She had one visitation from Jesus. She had 1 visitation from the Holy Spirit, and she had 1 visitation from Mother Mary. I'm not sure what order they came in. I believe Mother Mary came first, and then Jesus, and then the Holy Spirit. And Jesus asked her if she was ready, and she said yes. She chose. That's how she chose to leave. But she had always wanted to know what the Holy Spirit, and she got to do that before her passing. She might have kept those things very private to you, but you can ask your mom. This is what she's showing me. She was gifted with that for her loyalty to the Catholic Church. And guys, I'm not a religious person, so I don't mean that in you need to be loyal to religion. It's not about that at all. It's that she was loyal and devout to the point where she really merged with the true meaning of what is beneath what the church teaches. Okay. Way beyond the church. She used the church as her vehicle to connect with God's source spirit. Okay. And she really did. But she is showing me that, and I do believe that, because I do know people that have had experiences who've been very devout to one religion or another, and then that happened. Something, not that. I've never known someone that told me that, but something like that. Okay, let's go over here and see if any of this makes sense. Kelly, she was devout Catholic. I see you, Kira. We'll do it, guys. We'll do another bonus reading this week. Probably Saturday or Sunday. We'll do a bonus reading because there's so many people that want readings. And don't forget, I want to say this. I told everybody in the beginning, I am going through my lives over the past 2 months, and I am responding to everybody's comments if you did not get a reading. If you do not see it in the live you were in, I just haven't gotten to you yet, because I broadcast this to 7 or 8 platforms. So if I've not gotten to you yet, I'm reading for way more people than you realize. I will get to you and encourage you and invite you to another live or answer something quickly for you in the comments. So make sure you go back to the lives that you have gone to of mine. And I'm going to go over the past 2 months, and I will get back to you. I just have a lot of platforms to answer. Okay. I am doing it. Okay. She loved Mother Mary. Okay, yes. Let's see. Kira, you especially too. Okay. She loved Jesus very much. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, your mom definitely did expand her spiritual world. And I think your grandma being so Catholic really helped with that, right? Okay. Um, your mom was still in her 40s. Okay. Something happened significant in their 50s. So think about that. Ask your mom because somewhere that is significant. Okay. Um, I see you, Kayla. Guys, if you're not getting a reading, the first 200 people get to join my school for free. You will see my calendar on there, and it tells you when I'm live. And it is everything from free events to high-end coaching with a like-minded community. You can ask questions. You can join my Awakening Your Intuition program and learn to use your intuition and do readings. You can join Meet Your Spirit Guides and learn to talk to your spirit guides, okay? There's a lot of things on there. So if you don't get a reading today, Veronica has the best readers I've ever known on here. Get a reading from somebody else. Doesn't have to be from me. And or you can join my school. Like I said, it's free for the first 200 people, and we're almost halfway there. I have people from all my other platforms that are joining. Here's my email. So if you want a discovery call or you want to join Meet Your Spirit Guides, email me Spirit Guides. I saw your message, Kayla, so I'm just throwing this out there. Meet Your Spirit Guides, and then save my email to your contacts so that whatever data I sent you to connect to the events, it doesn't go to spam, okay? So you can join my school, or you can email for your discovery call. Those of you asking for guidance that are feeling stuck, if you schedule a free 20-minute discovery call with me, I will send you off with the next 3 things you need to do, okay, and give you resources. So all those things are available, guys. I'm here to try to help you out. Yes. She's not aware of the visits. Okay, well, that was pretty awesome. So that's her sharing with you so you guys know what a blessing this was during her passing. Okay. Let's see. Yes, she did connect on a much deeper level to the church. Yeah, guys, when you do that, it doesn't matter if you go through a religion or not. If you go through a religion and you're really deep into it, you can get the same info. You know, in human form, guys, we just experience it differently, the way our brain is, right? None of it's wrong because everything in our human awareness is limited. Okay. Oh my God, she had a smile on her face when she passed. Well, there you go. Okay. Well, she had loved ones greeting her, angels, spirit guides, Jesus. I mean, all these things she spent her whole life believing in, right? All of a sudden was there. Let's see. I see you, Rosie. Okay. Guys, don't forget, if you guys want private readings, you can get those too. If you want to go on longer or cover more people. Thank you, Nalia. Isn't it beautiful messages? It is. These are beautiful. I'm so grateful to Spirit. Thank you guys for being so gracious. Thank you for understanding, Miss Shelley. I really want to get to you as well. Guys, there's no way I'm going to get to everybody tonight. It breaks my heart. Okay. Yeah, think about the 50 thing. Kelly, guys, she's in my dual masterminds, which if you want to learn to manifest and transform and step into your power and you want to learn to awaken your intuition, you can get into 2 of my 90-minute masterminds a week for $47. That's like practically free group coaching. Normally I charge $10,000 a year for coaching. So if you want to do that, you can. So Kelly, tomorrow on the mastermind, we can talk about it somewhere that's significant and it'll make sense to you. Okay. Something significant happened in regards to someone being 50. How you like the spirit guides? Yes, it was awesome. Thank you, Sunshine. So Brula, let's see, Brula. I'm sorry, Brula. I'm talking to Brula. Wow. Sounds good. Okay. So I'm gonna send you and your mom off of Brula. Kelly, I think that was pretty good evidence she gave you tonight. That's pretty amazing. that she came through with that immediately. She immediately came through with her religious beliefs and her strong character, and I think that that's beautiful. I love you and your mom, and this is such an honor to get to meet the next level generation there. That is a true honor for me. So thank you both for that. Okay. Guys, do not hang up. If you did not get a reading, Veronica handpicks her readers. She has the best readers on the planet on her pages. If you want a reading from me, I am here Monday, Wednesday, and animal readings on Friday. I will do another bonus reading this weekend because there's so many of you wanting readings. If you follow my YouTube page down here or my Facebook page, I'd really appreciate it. If you like this, don't forget, if you want to join my school, you'll have access to everything I'm doing. Meet your spirit guides, discovery calls, coaching, $47 masterminds. Everything is posted on school. That is my hub. So if you like what I am doing and you have found this helpful, please be one of the first 200 people that join my school. Only 200 people get into my school for free. And we're going to be doing great things, okay? With a community, I only let people in school that are going to be loving and supportive and want to learn and grow, just like you, okay? I have to go take care of my horses now, but I will be back on Friday. And if you get on my school, you will see, or you like my Facebook page or YouTube, I will have posted when I do a bonus reading. Please go back and check my lives because I will answer your comments in all of my lives. I just have to work my way through the platforms, okay? I love you guys so much. Mwah. Tempe and Jasper say goodnight, and I'll see you guys all on Friday. Bye-bye.